live. So sorry for that. We had some technical difficulties, but they've all been fixed. So I think that won't be an issue for the rest of the stream. We were with you the last time with Wispfire Stream 4, where we played Detroit Become Human and explored the story of that game. And this time we're going to play Night in the Woods. We said at the end of last stream that we were going to play Red Dead Redemption 2, but we wanted to play that with the person who actually proposed to play that game, but she couldn't make it today. So that streaming session is postponed to the next one, which is on August 1st, if I'm correct. I'll check that just for a second. Yep. Yes, that's August 1st. So, I'll explain a little bit about us. We are Wispfire. We're a game development studio based in the Netherlands, and we create narrative games. We are the creators of Herald, an interactive period drama, and we've decided to do a format of doing a stream every other Thursday, talking about narrative and art in video games that we think are inspiring or interesting to talk about. Mostly these games often have themes that discuss social topics that we find interesting as well, because that's the stuff that we try to put in our games too. So that's why we're playing Night in the Woods tonight. And Night in the Woods was praised for its sharp writing and at the same time telling a deep and sort of character-driven story while being funny and sad at the same time. So what we did is I basically played the game yesterday and played it up until a point where I was told by several people that I know that it was going to get quite interesting, and we're going to play it from there and then discuss what we see. So for those of you who haven't played the game before and don't want to have spoilers, I'm sorry, we are going to spoil the game, but up until now, what happened was you play a cat called May, and she moves back to her hometown after having moved out and gone to a college where she dropped out. And when she comes back to her hometown, she discovers that even though she thinks that she's going to be back with her same old friends, they seem to have moved on and they're in a different stage of their life. It's very focused on sort of, you know, the small town feeling of there's not much to do. There is a lot of lack of jobs. There's just this feeling of melancholy over this town, and that's something that we're going to explore, and we're going to take you and show you what the game has on offer. What I've played so far, I already really like the fact that the dialogue feels really natural, and I'm going to show you why. So,
but we also have a personal relationship to this game.
Do we?
Because when it launched.
Oh yes, it was launched in the same week as our game.
As Herald, exactly.
Yes. And it basically stole all our thunder. So that's also interesting. Also, I'm drinking beer. Cheers.
We saw the.
Cheers to them.
a lot of the press going to Night in the Woods. So Night in the Woods was everywhere, which is of course less fun for us.
Yeah.
But,
it was a very difficult week because it was also the same week that Horizon Zero Dawn released, which is like the largest game ever released by our own country. So that was also trying to do that differently next time. Look at the calendar. If you're a game dev, look at the calendar and see what games releases in your week, and don't make the same mistake as we did of releasing during the same time. Okay, so this is Bart, by the way. I'm Roy. I'm the narrative designer. For those of you who haven't seen any of these streams yet, I'm the narrative designer. I wrote the story of Herald, and this is Bart. And Bart is
creative director. Mostly programming right now.
Yeah, you mostly program.
Technical director.
Mm-hmm. So we make games in Unity. I think Night in the Woods is also made in Unity. So.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's why I knew how to troubleshoot it just now. Because when we tried to boot it up, it didn't work. Pro tip, if you have the same problem, try forcing Direct3D 9 and that fix it for us.
Okay.
That's why the stream was delayed, by the way.
Yeah. So the game doesn't have voice acting, so I'm just going to read aloud all the dialogue, and then you have to pause me if you want to say something. So just touch my arm or something. Also, this is a live stream, so if you have any questions or would like to know something about how we would do it differently, because I guess that might be interesting if you're talking or watching developers, please let us know. And it's just, it's summer. It's just going to be a relaxed gameplay stream, and we're going to talk about with beer. Yes, with beer. I need beer. I watched the news today. I need beer. Okay, let's go to the game. So, yeah, where we left off was at band practice. So this cute little cat, May here, she is a cat who plays in a band, and her band is also her old friends, the bear and the fox here, Angus and what was his name? I think it was Greg. They were dating each other, I think, or they live with each other. That's cool, progressive. And this is our friend that
we also live with each other.
Yeah. No, they don't know me. And yeah, so we were going to go to the mall with this crocodile lady, and that's what we're gonna do. So music. Oh, wait. I think we have to do the music first. So this game is full of, I crashed my bike once and spoke went through my leg. Jeez. It was kind of cool. Oh yeah, I can see that. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that. So yeah, the game is kind of full of mini games. So what's really interesting to have, it's a very narrative driven game. It's quite linear as well. So you decide to which characters you talk, and sometimes you get to decide which answers you give, but those answers aren't that different in my opinion. I didn't notice a lot of difference. But you do get to play these sort of mini games that sort of enact specific scenes that otherwise would be just text in most of the game. But this is pretty neat. I can show you. Where is? All right, kids. I gotta head out soon. Where are you going? Family stuff. Oh, okay. Just for a night. Okay, we doing this? Yeah, let's do this. Wait, I don't know the song. Like, at all. Yeah, so this is the issue. The game is constantly telling you don't know the songs, and I messed up all my previous attempts at this, so you're gonna have to laugh at me. And I barely remember how to play bass. You'll be fine. I completely will not be fine. Zero self-confidence, huh? No, I just don't know the song. Okay. You stupid jerks. What? Okay, this is going to be terrible.
I like playing rhythm games.
Shit. Sorry. I hate it. I'm sorry. I just get really anxious from playing rhythm games. See, and the screen shakes, and then you lose control, and oh.
Good.
Yes. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hold it. Am I? Yeah, it's very long. I had practiced once or twice before, so I know the song, but... Oh, well. Sorry. Pretty good. Wow. This is the first time she said that. He said that. Yeah, that was okay.
That was okay.
Not bad considering I don't know the song. Okay, I'm going with you because I already decided that. But the thing is, like, you can actually decide which of the three characters you can go with from this point in the story. I think, you know, people ask me to play the crocodile part, so that's what I'm going to do. But I'm sure there are more of these. So if you're in the chat and want me to go to specific places or make specific decisions, please, by all means, give us hints. So I was wondering, yeah, what were you thinking of doing? Want to go to the mall? The mall? Yeah, Fort Lucerne, like we did when we were kids. When's the last time you were at Fort Lucerne Mall? I don't know, 5 years ago? Yeah, what? You know what? Yeah, let's go. Great. Yep, great. I promise it'll be great. Okay, we sure are doing this? Okay, let me check with Greg. Yeah, let's go malling, right? Let's go there. Okay. Because yeah, you can either decide to go to the mall. Great.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom vroom. Glad I didn't puke in here. Me too. Maybe I just never drink again. Or maybe you just take it easy next time. I don't know if I do moderation well. I could see that. I think the term is risk-taking behavior. Are you seeing someone about this? Hanging with you is working pretty well tonight. Which one?
No pressure. You're just my therapist now.
I should be getting paid by the hour. I got gum. I'm gonna turn on the radio now. Old Gods of the Fort Lucerne Mall.
So one thing I liked about, or that I thought the game did really well, because I didn't play it at the time because I just didn't get around to it. But I did read a lot about the game when it came out because, well, it was everywhere. And with Harold, we tried to talk about racism in modern society because we thought it was an important topic, seeing what was going on in the world at the time. And it's 2017, so you just had the 2016 election in the US. That really brought it to the front, that it was important and needed to be talked about. And of course, before that, we also had various things going on in the game industry as well, the Gamergate business and all that, where we thought, alright, this is something that needs to be talked about and that we want to say something about. And when we say something, we do it in video game form. But when this game came out at approximately the same time, they also really captured sort of what was important to think about, because this is the small town America experience, which is at the time, I don't know if you remember, but everyone was asking, who are these Trump voters?
Yeah.
Where are they coming from? And the answer was, it's forgotten America. It's small town America who are, they don't want diversity and they don't have anything to do with the big cities, and they are upset that they are forgotten, and they're going to protest, and they protest by electing Trump.
This is true. Like what Adair Hayes says in the comments, like this is sort of the mall experience. This is one of those topics. Like, we went to the US at the time when this game was released, and we noticed that a lot of these malls were sort of dying out, and that was also because there's just too few. There's just not enough people buying stuff at malls anymore. So people buy on the internet, and it's a thing that I haven't noticed as much coming from Europe, but it is something that I have noticed when I was in the US, and I think they really tried to tap in sort of more, the underlying issues that caused the rise of, you know, Trump and his following. And yet Dollar Empire is still here. I think this is one thing the internet can't compete with. Yeah, well, that's really interesting again, because, you know, you see that when these malls disappear, that usually the cheapest stores seem to prevail, which is actually a thing that is common in Europe as well. We see more expensive stores moving to the internet, having sort of services where they send out their products, and the cheapest stores that, you know, your dollar or euro store is one that sticks around. So I guess that's sort of a universal theme that's not just in the US. I used to go here when I was a kid. You could get an eraser for $1, a pencil for $1. That actually doesn't sound like a good deal. Oh god, you're right. Oh my god, the Urev is still here. Yeah, this old thing. I can feel the edginess from here. Is it like Hot Topic? But just looking in there makes me feel old. We are so gonna do this. There is no way I'm going in there. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Lee. Crap. I'm 14 again. Yep, pretty nuts in here. Hey, isn't that... Shut up. Hey, ladies. Hello, lady. Just so you know, we have 20% off select t-shirts. Oh, t-shirts. Yep. Thanks a lot. Okay. Catch you later. Alright. So this is it. Haha, nice. Dead Party Boys stickers in 2017. 2017. Yeah, that's the year that the game was released. I think they're back in. That's cool. I bet you listen to them. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, you're 30 years and old and sad. I'm getting there. I just turned 30. That's not nice. This game makes me feel old. Yeah, that's true. The Croc lady literally bought that shirt that's on the rack. She pretends to be new, but maybe it's also sort of a reference that all the shit that they sell at Hot Topic has been there for like ages, because I've been there recently and I felt like, you know, time just stood still in those stores. Even the same bands, even though they're like 40 now. Whoa, I haven't seen belt buckles in a while, at least not fashionable ones. Mike at the shop has one with a rattlesnake driving a semi-truck. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Do what? Cover me. I'm gonna grab one. What? No. Shh. You are not doing this. Are we doing this? Yeah, we're gonna do this. So, you're really gonna do this? Shh, be cool. Shoplifting is no big thing. This isn't my first time doing crimes. Shoplifting is no big thing. I think you got to jail for it. I don't mean that. I mean, it's easy. Our eyes evolved to notice movement. Like dinosaurs? if the dinosaur is moving, what? That's not. Never mind. So as long as you're perfectly still when the clerk is watching, like you're gonna freeze when she looks over, even if you're in the middle of putting it in your pocket, and this is gonna work because dinosaurs? Just like dinosaurs. I'm going to pretend to not know you until you're done, okay? No, I'm fine. Okay. Okay, that was... Do you need to look at something?
How do you freeze?
Let's look at this.
How do you freeze?
I don't know.
Space?
Nothing, just leave it. Everything is good. Like, why is this not working though? I don't know. Do effort. Huh?
You can't move and she's looking.
What? How do you pick something up? I don't get it. Oh, C. Shut up. God. Me and
Pro
mini
shoplifter.
games. What do you think about these mini games? Like in Herald, we also try to do like several interaction moments. Do you think they add to the experience? I think it's quite neat, even though I like some of them better than others.
This game is mostly these kind of mini games and story in between, right?
Yeah.
It's but in Herald it's more or less the other way around. As in it's mostly story, and now and then there is.
Well, that's the same. It's mostly narrative in.
But our mini games are almost non-existent.
Yeah, there's no fail condition usually. Okay, we lost. Well, whatever. I don't want to steal shit. That's good. That's good. I don't think that was bad, actually. May Borowski, I do declare. I thought you were like a master criminal or something. Shut up. Because dinosaurs. What? I'm Rusty. Or she's like a superhuman or something. Whatever.
Wouldn't that be super cat? I don't know what the cashier was.
Super thing. Super animal.
Super animal.
Well, you know, I can be good at everything. Gotta let go. Some dreams go. Squadlet some. You should steal something now. Pardon? Haven't you ever done like any crimes?
It went so well. Let's do more of this.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Hasn't everyone? I don't really identify that much with randomly going into a store and stealing stuff. Do you?
I guess you're not from small town America.
What are you saying?
I don't know.
Well, get back in there, champ. Wait, no. Beatrice, let me lay this. She's called Beatrice. Oh. B is Beatrice. Okay. The security cameras aren't even on in there. 2, the cashier clearly isn't paying attention. Seemed vigilant enough for you.
Yeah. It's just like...
Anyway. 3, there is not one mall cop here as far as I can tell. I don't know. I mean, Bay, this is an experience. Is it Bay or Bia?
I think Bia.
Bay, yeah, Bia.
Bia.
Bia. I'll run interference. Okay, but I'm blaming you and driving away if I get caught. Perfect. This cat is just so... She likes to steal and she's a total whine and she was really mean to her parents. What's this saying about her generation? Alright, I'm gonna run interference while you do your thing. What do you mean? I'm gonna distract the clerk. I can do this. Okay, I will admit that drawing attention is a talent you have. I'm great at crimes. But what if I get caught? You won't. I'll just start screaming if I have to. How is that a good idea? Let's go. Okay, but if this goes wrong, I'm blaming you. Join the club. Hey. Uh-huh. I've got a question. T-shirts are 20% off. Yeah, I saw. I was wondering about something else. Okay. The name of this store. Yeah. You probably got this question a lot, right? Try me. So, what time do you get off later?
Your
Okay, is it like you revolution or like your revolution?
Your revolution. It could also be your evolution.
You know, no one ever asks this, but I think about it all the time. I bet. God. You know what the official business name on our checks is? Unrevolution. Radical Earth. Earth? Earth Culture Uprising.
Uprising Incorporated. Nice.
That's really dumb. Okay, that will probably blow my cover, right?
No, well, you're distracting them.
Okay, fine. Oh god, I know. Okay.
Also, they're
like guys, can we just be a store that sells cool shit to teens? Yeah, teens go nuts for this shit. The employee discount is also pretty great. I had a job once.
So this is like what do you call it? Hot Topic, right?
When I still what? This cat, yeah, it's Hot Topic. And it's Unrevolution. It's like old man topic. No, I got what you meant the first time. I bet you grab things all the time. Okay. Okay, I'm done looking. Let's go. Okay, it was nice all talking to you. Bye now. See ya. I have a little cold, so I'm sorry if I sniffed it.
There's I like how we have this.
Why did I do that?
A lot of the cultural.
You did so well, Bia.
The cultural content, cultural background is something that is not really doesn't really exist in the same way here in Europe.
No.
But we're all really familiar with it because of the media that we consume.
Movies, series.
Movie series.
Even
this kind
though,
of game.
even though that gives you some sort of a distorted view of the reality.
Yeah.
At least, this game actually sort of comes close to how it actually felt when I went to the US and experienced these giant, dying malls.
Yeah.
But what I do think is different is that when you go there, you get this idea that it's somehow also romantic because it's in a movie. It's like something that this game sometimes does as well. It has this melancholic sort of, nostalgic feeling of this old town. But I've also spoke to people and they say it's absolutely horrible and there's nothing nostalgic about this topic.
I can imagine if you're from a small town here, then you are also probably don't find it very romantic. But if we talk to someone who's not from the Netherlands and told them about like a rural Dutch town, for instance, then they would probably find that romantic and beautiful. Whereas we are like, no, please, let's not go there.
I think it's also how you want to portray your country. You don't want to put it down. You also want to put like a good spin on it. What did you get? Some kind of necklace thing. Oh, this is familiar. Like the people I know who actually shoplifted once in their life didn't do it because they actually cared about what they stole. They did it because they just liked the feeling of stealing something.
The Wispfire DevStream with goody two shoes, Roy.
What?
we only make games about nice things. No, it's not true.
Why? How?
No, I'm just saying you are. Oh my God, we're stealing. It's another layer to this game.
Forget it. We're home free. Really. Yeah, we're like out in open waters now. I feel kind of sick. Let's walk it off.
Let's go to the Dollar Empire. Oh, no. Everything on sale forever, isn't that? Shouldn't that be what they put on Steam these days?
Everything on sale forever. Oh, you can't jump inside the mall. I like the jumping mechanic, but you can't in the mall. You know, what I think is kind of interesting about this game is that up until now, I think the themes that have come across are very much themes that you see in like teenage drama series of the 90s and early 2000s. But these kids are not kids. They're 20-somethings. The cat is 20 and the other ones are also in that range. So my issue is, are the teenage dramas of the 90s the 20s dramas of the 2000s and beyond? Are we all grown-up teenagers? I mean, I guess this stuff about depression, and I mean that's very universal, but the shoplifting theme is usually an episode from one of those teenage drama series, like my girlfriend stole a necklace from the store, like, you know.
In the atrium.
I don't know, just remember staring at it when I was a kid, like eating a burger and trying to see if I could see God, like peeking over or something. Looks like they've got some weird hanging art up there now. Wanna go up and see? Nah, my knees are killing me from work.
Art needs more sarcasm.
So we're going home now?
Art up there.
You up for eating? Let's check out the rest of the mall first. Yeah, I want to see the rest of the mall. Work up an appetite. I was kind of hungry when we got here. Okay, I got it. Yes. No. No! I expected more excitement. Mall food court dinner. Oh, what a feeling.
I guess we're doing this.
See, that wasn't hard. No, I guess we're doing this now.
You're not just bad at the mini games. You're also bad at clicking on objects.
Yeah.
Making the choices.
Pizza taco from
Pizza
Gopher. Gopher is some good garbage food.
There was some other option.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing. I think the options in the game don't do much. And I usually just click them because I'm even too lazy to read them, because you can't read them in once. You have to press a button to read the other option, and usually they don't do much. Okay. I think that's actually a downside to this game. Like, they sort of give you options, but they basically don't do much other than, if it's like talking to different characters, sure, but the actual dialogue options don't do much at all. Ooh, that would be bad for me. It'd be worth it. Rain. She thinking about rain? What? Remember when Kathy Domingo pulled out Cindy Clark's nose ring here? You know what that was about, right? Wasn't Kathy pregnant with, what was his name? Football guy? Ron Boonstra. Boonstra. That's a Dutch name. Boonstra. Ron Boonstra.
Sounds like someone from a small Dutch town.
Ron Boonstra. Yeah, that's true. I didn't know you knew about that. Well, I mean, there was the first football game of our senior year, and Ron ran up to the sideline and yelled at the stands, "My first touchdown for my beautiful firstborn and his mommy, Kathy Domingo." Ugh. 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 Blah. Sorry. It's just, that's something. Yeah, Bia, I feel you. Kathy was in marching band, and she was crying. Oh, marching band is a music lesson, I think, because they marching band.
Yeah.
And she was crying, I think. And then he dumped her for Cindy a week later. Oh yeah, see, that's the part I know about. That's what set off the whole nose ring situation. I wonder what Kathy was up to now. I wonder what Ron's doing. I wonder what happened to Cindy. Wow, this is the first time I feel like this is an actual choice. Even though the first and the last one are the same. I know that for a fact because that's how I also write. I wanted to know what Ron's doing. Last year he flipped his ATV and the medical bills were really high, so his parents basically had to bail him out. Yeah, that'll happen. And he got talking to Kathy again, and now they're married. Worked out for Ron, I guess. You know what the worst part of this story is? Ron, at the time I was like, God moves things around in the strangest ways to bring two people together. I guess. I don't know if I even believe in God. Yeah. Same, really. Thinking about his place, the fountain, and the God walkway and stuff. Not knowing how something worked used to seem like magic. Now, not knowing means it might be going wrong and I may not be able to fix it. Help knowing someone was at the controls, you know. Now I'm just tired all the time from the shop. When I was at school, yeah. Don't even want to talk about it. You know what this game does really well, just a side note for anybody who likes to write game stories, it shows you not more than 5 words at the same time in one line. That's really good for the eye, because your eyes basically you don't even have to think to read a sentence that's 5 words long, and it's very easy to work out the intonation of short sentences that are like have only 5 words in one line. I mean, it can be 2 lines of 5 words underneath it together, but like only having 5 words next to each other is really good. It's actually a very good footnote or a good sort of thing that you can use when you write your own story. What happened anyway? You want to run around to the mall some more? There's not really much else to run around. So they're basically sitting here and there's no waiter giving them food and what? I thought they were going to eat. We could check out the weird bad art upstairs.
Maybe the restaurant's closed.
I want to touch it. Please don't. I want to run. You run, I'm gonna sit here. I'm tired and sad now. Suit yourself. Oh, I couldn't go up before, but now I can. I really like how the art is quite minimalist and you know, it works for what it's trying to do. Like, I totally see this being some weird plastic art piece hanging up there. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the electricity. Hey, ah, okay, fantastic. Whoa, hey. Oh, a penguin is approaching us. 2 penguins are approaching us. Okay. Oh, wait, I can like do shit with this. Oh, it's a god. Oh,
So what do you gotta do?
I basically can control this thing and then wet them.
Yay.
Okay, I get it. Now what?
You gotta hit like a certain number.
I guess. It feels a bit redundant though. Like playing a narrative game, this just feels like eh.
This is one of the mini games.
Yeah, well, I like the idea, but I don't like the thing that, you know, it doesn't tell you, okay, someone called the cops, ha ha ha. Like, it's fun.
On how well you're doing.
Yeah, and I don't have enough feedback on why I should do this.
That you're messing about, right?
Beatrice Santello. Haha, don't give them our names. What? Beatrice Jones. Is that you, God? Yes, it is I, God Stevenson.
God Stevenson.
I didn't know you had a last name. Silence, mortal. Through my fish monster, I have lain waste to your kind. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty magical. Silence, I shan't say it again. You and your good and noble companion shall get ice cream on the way home. Heh, yeah, we should probably get out of here. Before you're arrested.
Well, she's having fun.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm just not really feeling it. Maybe I'm just not, it's not my kind of humor or something, but I don't get it. What is that? Do you think it's funny? I don't think it's that funny. I think it's a bit.
They're clearly very bored.
Yeah, I guess.
So they are finding their own way to get some entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from this.
Have a good one, mortal. The man isn't going to lose anything here. But she will get in a lot of trouble. She's just a cog in a much bigger machine, huh? Sure, whatever. Return the shit. Oh, okay, I'm going.
Oh, you're returning the stove.
Hello. You're back. Yeah, we stole some shit. Here's that shit. We don't want you to get in trouble with your boss. It's not your fault the world is like it is. What? You stole this? You're just a cog in a much bigger machine. To blame you would be like blaming a thing inside a whole thing.
Yeah.
So you're returning stolen merchandise. One day, folks like you are going to overthrow the whole thing. What whole thing? The whole thing. We're leaving. Stay strong, you beautiful dreamer. You have nothing to lose but your chains. What?
Seems very engaged this year.
This place used to be something.
A monument to capitalism.
I mean, it's still something. Nah, just a big, mostly empty thing. In a big, mostly empty parking lot. Well, you work with what you have. Let's never come here again. Don't have to convince me. I only came here because you wanted to. Well, Fort Lucent used to be something. Now Fort Lucent's over. Let's go. Let it die in peace. Let it die. I want to drive on the way home. Nope. This cat sometimes has a suicidal tendencies because, like, she can't drive and she want to drive, and it's kind of weird. Heard you had a wild time last night. I didn't drink. It works better if you let me accuse you first. Right. Here's my hangover cure. Not drinking the night before. Whoa, hold on, let me write that down. It's complicated, I know. What did you do tonight? Went out with Bia. You have a good time? Yeah, she's kinda... I don't know. Like, she's older, like, much older, and kinda sad. You seem sad too, Kat. Like, you're hiding behind this tough talk thing, but you're sad. I'm sure you are. But I guess you're a dropout. You're back living with your parents. I guess that's sad. Well, she's been through a lot. Yeah. Hey, Dad, would you mind moving the boxes in the crawl space? Well, what have you done for me lately?
Oh, she's a daughter.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know at first either until I learned that her name was May. Being a credit to this family, that doesn't count. Well, would you watch some TV with me? Yeah, nah, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
let's
TV?
Sure. Hop up, I'm watching Garbo and Malloy. What is that?
Garbo and Malloy. It's clearly a TV thing.
Is that based on something that we should know?
I don't know. ADR Hayes is explaining human emotion to you in the chat.
I didn't thought it was touching. Maybe I just didn't get it. Oh, there was the dogs. The dogs were Garbo and Malloy. I learned about that further. Welcome back, folks. Hell of a show tonight. Say, Malloy. Yes, Garbo. Ever get the feeling that disaster's right around the corner? Sure do, right before we start the show every night. You superstitious Garbo.
Bad
Not
joke
anymore. What happened? I've broken every mirror I've ever owned, and now I'm lucky enough to never have to look at this mug. Yeah, but what about the rest of us? What? That's a wappa? What? Oh, that's the joke. Haha. Coming up next, Garbo and I join a cult.
Hey, Meltiades, where you only missed Roy not understanding human emotion. It's fine.
What? I just didn't think it was that funny or touching. I just didn't get it. Like, I get
cheered
they...
up her friend.
Huh?
She cheered up her friend.
Yeah. I guess I don't do that. I just like wailing your sadness, bitch. Bye. I like that clock. I want it.
Those are like...
The kitty clock is cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, especially because it looks so derpy. I don't want like the real ones because they usually look like some old aunt who would put it on the wall, but...
Oh, wow. Nice jump onto the stairs.
What I thought was really interesting was that at the beginning of the game...
Right.
I don't know. At the beginning of the game, my computer was like infected and it got all these sort of porn pop-ups, and then they had a small discussion about everybody watches porn. It was sort of funny because I was like, this game, like if somebody buys this game in his store for his like 8-year-old daughter and it's all about porn and misery and death, and I would not know from looking at these graphics that this was not a game for like anyone below 10 years old. But that I think that's cool, actually.
I think it's a digital only release.
That's true. But you can still...
I have a mouse.
Yeah. This is the only place where you have a mouse, I think, in the computer. So I can talk with these guys who all have quite edgy things, as you know.
What's the anarchy guy? Click on the anarchy guy.
That's the fox. Is Greg.
Okay.
Hey, dude. What did you do tonight? Nothing much. Stole something? For Angus? It's a surprise. Whoa, what is it? Hold on for a sec. Oh crap, I gotta go. TTIL.
Talk to you later.
Ah, okay. I guess I'm just out of it. Okay, weirdo, you okay? Wowzers. To be honest, like, we were talking about the dialogue in this game compared to other games where you play like sort of edgy youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
This game does it a lot better than Life is Strange.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Life is Strange's dialogue is so out of place in a lot of times. It's And it's sad because I genuinely think the main plot is really good of those games. Hey, cool mall times. Pretty cool mall times, I hope we didn't make too much of a mess with the fountain. Who's we? I was merely sitting there when I was assaulted with mall water. I will not rest until that fountain is brought to justice. Tell the world my story. They must know. Okay, I'm going to sleep now. I hope the nightmares aren't too horrible. It is a trauma I shall bear forever.
Dramatic. You cheater.
Oh, you should listen to this though. This was funny.
Okay, why is that there?
Because it is a low. Does a shark make a sound? The way that he looks, right?
Let's ask. Hello, shark.
Hello, shark.
Yeah, clearly.
Bye. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. How do I get out? I'm like used to using the escape button to get out of stuff in games. If I don't know. I think this game does a very bad job sometimes of showing you what buttons work. Like,
what's Demon Tower?
Oh, it's a 2D terrible game that I suck at. I did like it. Bedtime. Yeah, sure, bedtime. Yes. Oh yeah, this is one of those dream sequences. You know, I had a dream. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I had this idea once to give Devon dream sequences in the game, because I thought it was interesting to sort of introduce struggles or issues that he was dealing with in this sort of figurative style. And then I introduced it to Aida and Bart, and they all hated it, so now it's not in the game. So, then, you know.
I don't remember.
It's been a long time ago. I was like, why don't we do this with these dream sequences and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that idea got just burned. Don't you remember at all? Like,
no, I don't. There must have been a very early version of the game too. What are these evil birds? They have red eyes.
Oops. You can put on lamps by flying near them or something. Ooh, violin guy. Just a little secret. There's gonna be a violin player in Herald Book 3 and 4. You might know who it is because the violin is actually already in Book 1 and 2. It's a nice tune. Very solemn. Is the dream sequence an overused mechanic, storytelling device? Because I think it was one of the reasons why you hated putting the dream sequences I proposed for Harold one day, was that you thought it was too corny, or like a lot of games try to put sort of symbolic meaning in dreams and they just generally end up being very vague and non-descriptive. Because it's kind of true. I mean, even
but I do think it would have been too much to have both dreams and the story within a story that we currently have.
Yeah,
That
might
would
be
really
true.
Be those two conflicts. I think this is a better option that we went with. So I don't. Yeah, well, of course, with the current version of Herald, I don't see how that would work. What form that would take, I guess.
Well, one of the ideas was that I was really inspired by this. I think it's an Indonesian culture where they have this sort of thing where they say that every person is a leaf on a tree, and then you have like your life's path is sort of written on that leaf. Your story of your life is written on the leaf that's hung on that tree. And I thought that was a very cool metaphor, and I wanted to have Devin dream about these leaves falling from this tree. They actually kind of put one small thing that I found interesting in there, because it would be the tree that he looked out on from his room when he was still living in the protectorate. And that part I actually used in the apple, the description of the jar of the bowl of apples, because in the bowl of apples he said they look like, it reminded me of the apple tree in the garden when he still lived in the protectorate. So it's actually a really tiny bit of that idea still in there.
Yeah.
But okay, I think I found all the music guys, right?
Music friends. What are those?
What are those? What?
The things where you started. There's 4.
Yeah, there's 4
pillars.
It means that you need to find the 4 music guys, but I found 3. I just can't find the 4th one. See, there's like no 4th one. Or am I just wrong? I did go up the other wire, but not down the other wire.
Well, let's send it down the wire then.
Well, it's not here. Why is it not here?
Anyone know? Finger down.
But like, I've been down. I've been to every corner. There's one. Oh, there's one up there. Oh, but they already got that one. Huh? Mom.
So you got top left, you got top right, bottom left.
And I got bottom right. I got all of them. So now what? Yeah.
Go back to the 4 things.
Oh, yeah. What? What the
Oh,
hell?
hello.
A giant bear.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig. Morning.
Greg.
I'm working today. Angus is out of town and I'm lonely. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Sincerely, Gregory. Hey, I got sick from the mall food. It wasn't good mall food. I'm working today if you want to say hello. Yep, that's my life right there. Wonder how old this thing is. Oh, it's 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's do 15 more minutes and find a good place to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Bird in a cage.
I think the graphics are very nice and neat idea of keeping it simple and easy, but still have a fairly decent world. I really like that. I do think this game could have definitely benefited from voice acting. I'm just a person that really likes voice acting in video games. I sort of fought for voice acting in Herald because I thought the game would just be as good as it is today, and I wouldn't be as happy with it as I am right now. And I think this game could have benefited from voice acting as well, specifically because there's not that much else to do than walk around and talk to characters. So to have this sense of immersion that's just so nice with video games, I think a little bit of voice acting would have gone a long way of getting an even larger audience for Night in the Woods. Good morning. Did you feel it last night?
Feel it last night.
Oh, last
Did
night.
you feel something last night? But what?
What? Yeah. There was a big sinkhole 2 streets over. Oh, are we still getting those? I don't think those are really go away. Swamp ground and so forth, and on a flood plan. Plane. Well, oh, weird. I don't want you over there nosing around it. Oh, don't say that to your daughter. She'll do it. This cat will do anything. I guarantee you I won't.
Don't say that to your
Yeah, I
cat
have
either.
seen your sinkholes. No interest at all? Mom, they're just holes in the ground. Sure, she's going to a sinkhole. I'm sure of it. We can't trust this girl. Get back to me when one like swallows a house or something. Well, go see together if that happens. Deal. So, what did you do last night? Went to the mall with Bea, sorry. Oh, 4th Lucen. Yeah. I haven't been there in years. How's it? Kind of falling apart and empty. Yeah, I expected. Everyone just goes to the outlet stores up by the interstate now. For, shoes and things. Well, stop by the turf if you're in the area. Will do, Mom. See ya. Bye, sweetie.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye. Bye.
Where's your accent from right now?
Bye, sweetie. I don't know. Bye. Oh, it's raining. That's new. When I played the first part of the game, it was like sunny and very fall-like. I really like the fall colors, like this less so because it's raining, but the autumn lighting was really nice. The color correction, wow, pretty decent. So that's what I do really like about this game, is that it has this little town vibe, and it has this small little details of animals running around and the leaves that you can kick up. That's really neat. It brings the town alive. Neighborowski, Selmers. Now, we all know how important it is to look our best. What? Our appearance is the first and sometimes last impression we make. Selmers, did you join a cult? Lucky for you, I happen to be a licensed dealer. Oh, okay. Of the Sylvan family of products. Selmers, I don't have any money. Oh, okay. Are you giving that pitch to everyone?
This is some multi-level marketing bullshit.
Have you sold
or
anything
something?
yet? Sold some to my mom. Yeah, so did we. And to Abby Krangler. Mrs. Krangler's daughter? Granddaughter. I run into her at the laundromat over by the school. One time Greg got locked inside one of the tumble dryers. Did he die? He wanted me to start it, but I chickened out. He definitely would have died. Tell him that. He's still mad. Want to hear a poem? Nah, maybe another time. Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Multi-level marketing bullshit. Guy. Is this a church?
Burp.
This looks like a church.
No, it's not a church. It has things, but I don't think it's a church. It's the Applebaum. The Applebaum. Look, it has some of these houses have Halloween decorations. It's my favorite holiday, Halloween. This is just... Halloween is so not Dutch, but it's one of my favorite holidays. Maybe because, all the other ones are boring, but we still celebrate it. Every year we do a Whisper Ween, which is like basically Halloween, but we celebrate it with all our colleagues and we dress up in funny outfits. Yeah.
Ex-colleagues, friends, Everyone who wants to.
Everyone, well, most of them have worked
Who
with
know us?
Wispfire.
They do have to know us. It's true.
Most of us worked with Wispfire, though.
Yeah.
This is the church. Ah!
Okay,
I've never
bigger.
actually
Bigger,
seen
definitely.
these kind of churches in the US. I'm sure they're there, but I've never seen one of them. Maybe in Canada. I did see one in Canada.
Plenty, I think.
But like stone ones?
Yeah.
Mostly they're wooden, right? And not like gothic, but you know, more colonial.
They are, yeah, true. But there's this neo-Gothicism from the
Yeah, they took that
late
with
19th
them.
century when they built a lot of those.
Look, her mom works at a church. Hey mom, hey sweetie. I completely forgot where the sanctuary is.
Yeah, we probably also saw one in San Francisco, as ADR Hayes says. One of those churches.
Oh, okay. You passed the door on your way here. Oh, I thought those were locked. They're locked sometimes. All doors are locked sometimes. Not like saloon doors. Cowboys just walking in and out. That's very rude. The Old West was a very rude time, Mom. Howdy, pardoned. Oh, well,
Howdy, partner.
Okay. Yeah. I say, this is powerful rude. What? That's like a southern gentleman.
Southern gentleman.
He's classing the place up. Tarnation. Okay, Mom, no more cowboy talk for you. Dadgummit. Where is Possum Springs? Because this town, this is in some state. Does anybody know that? Or maybe it's just vaguely American in a way that they don't specify the state.
Is it like Springfield?
Springfield feels like New England. Somewhere there. This feels a lot more like the
You know the
Great
story, right?
Hole.
Why the Simpsons picked Springfield as in their name?
No?
Because there is a Springfield in every state.
In everyone?
In every state, I think, yeah. So they were like, we'll call it Springfield, and then, it'll just be everywhere.
That's cool. Yep, who are you? Kate, but most people call me Pastor K. You're new here, right? 16 months, something like that. Oh, new to me at least. Hello, hello, hello. Do me a favor. Take that last hello and give it to Bruce. Bruce? Bruce lives across the street. In the woods? For now, at least. You want me to go talk to a strange man in the woods? Bruce isn't strange, he's my friend, and he's part of my community. Okie dokie. Thank you. It was nice to meet you. You too.
Okay, let's go to the woods.
Night in the woods.
Love, peace, and joy. Those are things we can all get behind,
Do we?
I think. Okay, not you. Not you, I guess.
Doop-de-doop, doop-de-doop, walking. There's a lot of walking in this game. But, the environments are really nice to walk through. But I have to say, it's backtracking a lot because, it's just one town. You have to go there every day in the game.
And like certain games we could talk about.
Shh. We're not talking about Harold now, okay? You're more of a drifter? Yeah, but it's temporary. Of course, well, we just wanted to see if you're okay up here. Yeah, Pastor Kate has been very kind. Mind if we see your setup here? What do you think, Molly? It's fine? Alright, Bruce? Yeah. How are you finding Possum Springs? Nice place, nice people. How long you been in town, Bruce? I've been here for a while now. And I was here before, back in the 70s. They were looking for miners at least for a while.
Of course,
Got
it's
a
an
whole
old mining
thing
town.
going here, Bruce. Yep. Pretty impressive. Thanks. Well, we sure appreciate your talking to us, Bruce. It was really great to meet you. Yep, likewise. Alright, troops, let's move out. So, thanks again, Bruce.
You know what I would really like?
Thanks, Bruce.
If we saw more of this kind of game set in other countries than the United States.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. But that's maybe because growing up in Europe, we basically drown in American cultured content.
Well, this is an American game, right?
Well, that's true.
Makes sense that they would make it about
But like, it's the
American
same.
town, their own experience. But if you look at European game companies, they often also set their
They do
games.
the same. Like last
United
week, we
States.
played Detroit Become Human, made by a very French company with a very French style, but
Set
you
in
know,
Detroit.
set in Detroit. Hello, I'm May Borowski. Friend or Pastor Kate? Hey, I'm Bruce. I don't say much. That's fine. I talk a lot. But I can like not. Oh, that was him. That was Bruce.
Hi, Bruce. Bye, Bruce.
So I'm going to see Greg and Arthur, and I think that's the end of the stream for now.
AR Hayes says that maybe this, because America is such a large country, that it's a more universal experience than you know, European, because there's so many different Europes. But I would say that it's the same in the United States,
Yeah,
but we don't see that so much. We mostly see like New York and California.
I think there's this idea that the United
England and
States is
California.
one culture, but when I go to the US, every new state I visit feels like a new country in its own. Like, I mean, they all share the same values of liberty and stuff like that, but we in Europe share those values as well. Like, I mean, it's not like we're suddenly completely unhuman. I think culturally there's a lot of differences even in northern and southern France and eastern and western Germany. Like,
Yeah, no, there definitely are. Especially in Eastern and Western Germany, but they had
that
they
is
have a
split.
very different history. But also, if you look at the U.S., if you look at Texas town, is very different from I don't know, New England town. It's like not comparable at all.
Oh, I can't go in here.
But probably, I think the strength that American culture already has, I think we talked about this a bit on a previous stream, means that it is already very the world, the American universe, the American cinematic universe is already very familiar to
Yeah, it's quite established.
to almost everyone at least the developed world and also the developing world probably. And that means new media that sort of relate to it or are similar to it are probably more familiar, more easily. Whereas if we played a game about a small village in, I don't know, the Czech Republic, we would have a lot less to connect that to. We wouldn't have the background of I don't know, Czech Republic's massive entertainment industry to sort of relate to.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that it's important that in Europe we develop a similar kind of cultural production that California has managed to do. Because we have a lot of culture, but nothing compared to Hollywood or whatever.
Well, you mean as in a way to sort of
As
show.
a mass media culture.
Yeah.
We have a lot of culture, but we don't have a very strong mass media culture.
Mm.
And of course, as a very rich continent, we have every opportunity to have that.
I think there's.
Except this fact that we're split along a lot of countries.
I think it's interesting because Europe really has issues with that. I think there are a few games that are actually very quintessentially European and set in European cities, even though most games from the West are set in the US, even games made in Europe. But if you look at, for example, Japan, they have a lot of games set in Tokyo.
They also have like a focal point for their cultural products to converge around, like this like I said, the cinematic universe, where if you can relate to it because you've seen so much media that already used it, that already showed it to you, already introduced it to you. So the hard work is done. The hard work of finding out what everything is, so to speak.
So this town basically used to have a subway system, or is this a boat? Like a boat, probably, because she's like saying it's on the water. So, but they used to run, but they're not running anymore.
But it used like there's a mining. It's a mining
Oh,
town.
so
like
the
an old mining town.
Ah, okay, yeah, of course. But there's a boat. Like the boat is not a mining cart, right? So how does that work? There's miners in the back, though.
Can talk to you.
Rainy day, huh? But not down here. You kids have your own little secret hideout down here, huh? Huh. Whatever. When I was a kid, literally nobody cares. Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Okay then. Okay then. That's it.
I think to the left.
No, it's just the other way up.
Trolley side needs. Wait, what does it say on the sign?
Mm-hmm.
No, what's
It
the sign?
says town center platform.
Yeah, so there is some kind of transport system.
Yeah. So there was one thing I thought was really interesting. I've noticed that this town has its own sort of old war memorial, and it's here, and there's also a dispute going around, like whether it should stay or should go. I've never been to war, not like the recruiter didn't try though, hard. That was interesting. I had this same, when I played the first part of the game, I saw this recruiter that wanted to recruit this character to the Navy, and I had my same experience like this in the US, and it was quite interesting because I had helped a homeless veteran who was on the sidewalk, and he was like asking me for money because he didn't have limbs and he couldn't afford his medical care, and I had some spare change, so I gave it to him. And then this guy in uniform came up to me and he was like, "Do you want to join the army?" And like, it was like, no, I'm not even from the US.
Was this a bait veteran?
I don't know. It was very interesting. It was. Well, I think he was like really sort of interested in that I cared, and apparently he said like, "I know him and he's a really good guy," and blah blah blah. And then we had a really nice conversation. But like, I thought it was very intriguing that people recruit young people on the streets like that. I've never had that experience anywhere in Europe. I've only had that in the US, even though I'm not from the US, so I can't join their navy. So I wouldn't even want to.
No.
I probably suck as a soldier. I'm sorry. So yeah, there's that's it for tonight. This was Night in the Woods. We talked about the story, the quirky little town, the interesting subjects of small town USA issues, the rise of the manga people connected to this sort of background. Um, and yeah, we'll hope to see you next time when we play Red Dead Redemption 2 and discuss how men are represented in video games with a case study of Arthur Morgan, who is a quite interesting character, and we didn't think that Rockstar did some really great things with him in a mainstream game, but also some things that we think that could be improved. So see you next time on August 1st at 8 p.m. CEST here.
Let's post the Discord link and stuff.
Yeah, we'll post the Discord link right now. The Discord is a hangout place for us. We have a server there with Wispfire, our game company, and you can join and talk to us about your experience with playing our game, Herald an Interactive Period Drama, or any other thing that we've created, what you'd like to see in that game, and whether you have suggestions for these streams. So we do these streams because we want to talk about issues that we find important in video games, and we want to talk about narrative and art and things that inspire us. We do them every other Thursday, and as I said, the next one's going to be on August 1st, 2019. This is a Thursday, and that will be at 20:00 CEST.
Half an hour earlier than today.
Yes, that was technical difficulties. Our excuses, there's been technical difficulties with basically every stream up until now. It's probably going to stick around. We work, we go to home, then do the stream, and we basically don't have lots of time to prepare before the stream. So this is just a thing that we do on the side, but we really like it to be there for people who want to enjoy us and our products. So, thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.